What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. The book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below as usual. This video is entitled Sins and Responsibility. This might sound weird. I'm a spiritual person, not necessarily religious. But I believe that I don't want my sins washed away. I want to fix what I did wrong while I'm alive. So I want to take responsibility for the things that I did wrong. You know, I don't want Jesus to wash away my sins. I want me to mend those fences and atone those sins myself, if the opportunity presents itself. You know, if it doesn't, pay it for somebody else so they won't be in that situation, something like that. And the reason I say that is because for years I've dealt with overly religious people who felt like their sins would be washed away. And I believe in the A's, you know, apology, well, acknowledge, apology, and atonement, right? And when you deal with people who believe that their sins have to be forgiven by God or Jesus, and they continue to sin. They continue, if they were liars, they continue to lie because Jesus washed their lie away. You know, if they're thieves, Jesus washes that sin away. You know, if whatever negative trait that they may have, they never really stop. They never take responsibility for that sin because somehow a God in the sky will say, I forgive you and it's okay. And they go right back to doing it all over again. And, you know, in my opinion, for those who believe in heaven and hell, that seems like a path to hell because you've never straightened out your situation with the person who you actually offended, with the person you lied to, the person you stole from, the person you used, the person you cheated. You see, you never handled that there, and that's a problem because, you know, for you religious people, y'all seem to forget you're gonna be judged on your actions in this earth. And some people actually believe I'm gonna die and say I believe in Jesus and I'm going to heaven, forgetting that when you read the Bible, that's a book of life, and you basically read your book of life. You know, kind of a long version of the Anubis heart weighed against the feather, right? You're judged on, you know, your actual action in this life. And when you don't take responsibility for your actions, then what are you really doing? And I say that because when you wrong somebody and you say, God forgives me, you walk away, turn your back, and never return to see the damage that you've caused. But when somebody crosses you and says, you know, well, God will forgive me, you have a grudge. Because the first thing that'll come to mind is, you didn't do that to God, you did that to me. So why are you asking God for forgiveness when you should be asking me? And that's the thing about sins and responsibilities. People are a bit, hypocritical when it comes to their sins and responsibility. You know, if you're sinning, God forgives you. If somebody's sinning against you, they need to handle their responsibility and make it right. And that's a duality in the same person. And if that's the case, then you should believe that you need to fix your sins while you still have breath in your lungs. And that's just my opinion. Because if you don't, then what happens? Like literally what happens? And this is what I mean. You know, if you kill a person, they prosecute you in this lifetime and put you in jail. They don't say God. It's not a normal thing for somebody to say God's gonna forgive you. You killed this person. We'll handle that in the next life. They don't say that because that taking of a life affects that person's family and friends and maybe children. It has a ripple effect that affects lives. So somebody has to pay. If you can't pay to that person and their family, you pay to society. But when we actually do a sin that doesn't put us behind bars, it's all good. I don't think so. Plus, it's one thing to ask for forgiveness. It's another thing to earn it. See, when you ask somebody, "Oh, forgive me," you're hoping they do, but you didn't earn their forgiveness. See, asking for forgiveness is absent of action. But it took an action for you to wrong a person, so it should also take an action for you to be forgiven by that person. That's just normal in my eyes. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The theory, right? Well, that goes for forgiveness too. Your action has an equal and opposite reaction. Not a, we cool? No. If somebody stole my car and wrecked it, and you say, "I'm sorry," there's no restitution in that. I can't forgive you because now I have to work double time to pay for my car that you wrecked. You're not working a job or working overtime to buy me another car. You just said, "I'm sorry," and you left. Right? That's a problem, don't you think? This is what I mean by, sins and responsibilities. See, one thing that you can't replace is a person's time. And when and sins take people's choice and time. So for me, if I take your choice and time, I have to do something to replace the choice that I've taken and the time that you spent. And let's be honest, sometimes you can't equally replace what you take away, but it's not necessarily about that. It's about the effort to try to. See, restitution is about doing something, compensatory damage. You know what I'm saying? Like doing something equal of value or near equal of value that can replace what was lost. Matter of fact, what is the Lord's Prayer? Our Father art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us, right? That's a two-way street, right? But in the Bible, they have that phrase, and I think in a different version of the Lord's Prayer, it's like, you can go back into the man's house who stole something from you and get your property back. And that's part of the responsibilities. People will sin against you, and when you go to confront them to get your property back from that sin, they're willing to die to keep the proceeds and profits for the sin that they've participated in. And what does that say? And we live in a society where it's like, and what? Yeah, I did it, and what? I could hide behind the law now, and what? What you gonna do about it? I got a gun, and what? Right? Which can make a regular, normal, respectable situation go to a whole nother space. So just in my opinion, like, sins and responsibilities are real. Like I said earlier, for me, I want to be responsible for my sins when I'm living, so I don't have to pay for them for eternity. You get what I'm saying? But other people, they say I'm forgiven and they just walk away. It's like, being a deadbeat sinner. I did it, whatever, I'm gone. I don't see how that's gonna work, but that's just my opinion. Wait, before I go, because people forget when they read the Bible about the crucifixion. Jesus didn't go to heaven first; he went to hell. So even Jesus went to hell. So if you think, he's washed away your sins, but even he went to hell. So what does that say? He wasn't there long, but he went. And you ain't got them hands like Jesus, because they say he was up in there getting his Mike Tyson on. You ain't got that kind of power. So that's just my thoughts. We out.